Matt Jam Lamont, how's it going, mate?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Not too bad, mate.
Good, good, good.
And we was chatting before, we can't remember a time when you wasn't involved in the scene. Tell us how it all come about and how and when you got started.
Do you know what? It has to be around about 91 when I first came to London. And
Okay, because you're from...
I'm from Luton, Bedfordshire.
Oh.
Don't hold that against me. But it's about 91, and I used to be a designer, draftsman in the building trade, and the building trade was going downhill, but I decided I needed to do something else. So came up to London, really didn't speak to anyone, just kind of sussed out what was going around for 6 months or so.
Yeah.
And then went to the Paradise Club, kept on going there, and Timmy Ramjam was doing Happy Days there.
God,
and
back in the day.
Yeah, and decided it was time. Me and a few mates. One of my mates, Aaron, and two of my mates, Aaron and Roger, started to get to know Timmy Ramjam very well. So we said, right, this Sunday we're going to bring our records up and we're going to beg him. So I literally went up there, bag of records, said, just give me half an hour. No, I'll have my DJs. No. Give me 10 minutes, that'll do. And we were literally grabbing his leg, clinging on the floor, literally.
Yeah.
So he just said, okay, just to keep you quiet, you can have 10 minutes on the decks, and 2 hours later I'm still DJing. And that was it, and I was his resident DJ from, I think it was end of 91, 92 to about 96, 97.
Good stuff. What about radio? Was you on any pirates back then? Or?
No, I kind of went on a couple of London Undergrounds and things like that, but I really wanted to be on Kiss, because I knew Graham Gold very well.
Okay.
And Graham said to me, why don't you come and do a guest spot on my Kiss show, around about, I think about 94. And I did a couple of guest slots on there. And then Bobby and Steve, I think it was Bobby who kept on one of them, walked past, and he kind of liked what I was playing and said, well, come and guest on my show. And after being on Kiss for the first time around about 94, I kind of felt, this is what I want. It was quite funny, I actually said to Graham, this is what I want, I'm not going to do no pirates or nothing like that, because I've done it to ruin it. And around about, I think it was 97, 96, 97, then Kiss came along and said, as Tuff Jam, do you want a show? And that was it.
So let's talk about Tuff Jam for a minute. You and Carl produced and remixed for practically everyone in the late 90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't anyone.
There wasn't anyone who you didn't miss the Tuff Jam magic.
I was just saying that to somebody. Somebody came around my house and they were looking at some of the record.
The old collection.
Yeah, no, it was actually
the plaques.
The silver discs of like Tina Moore and the Ushers. Brilliant. And some of those, and they were like, God, you remix them people, and I was like, do you know what? You look back on it and you just don't realise. Because I just sit there thinking, what, you want a remix of Usher?
Yeah.
Usher's the biggest thing in sliced bread. You make me wanna.
Yeah.
Do you know? And then Unvogue, because it's Unvogue as a kid, Nick Brothers Collection, listen to them. And Rosie Gaines and Coolio, and you'd be going through a whole list of things that used to come along. We didn't even have much time for production. It was just a remix after remix. So when you look back on it now, it's just astonishing what we did, like kind of the first people to remix those sort of artists. So I feel privileged to even remix one, let alone the 10s that we did.
You guys kind of split in a bit. Well, from my point of view, it seemed a bit of sort of controversial. Your split, you kind of split at the top of the game.
I mean,
you was sort of dominating the scene with the mixes and stuff, and then
it was 2000. It was 2000, and I kind of went to St Lucia, kind of January 2000, and kind of sat there, and I was mucking about in my cousin's studio doing a bit of reggae, doing a bit of reggae beats for him, and I kind of looked and I thought to myself, as Tuff Jam, we've probably at our height. We're at our height. Maybe it's best if I kind of try something else myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought that with Tuff Jam we reached the height, and the only way from there probably was to either stay level or probably dip.
Yeah.
But I just thought to myself, it was about time that I kind of wanted to do other things. I mean, Carl loved his dubbier stuff, and I loved my musical stuff, and hence the reason why we worked pretty well together.
That was the balance.
That was the balance. So I thought to myself, well, maybe maybe we should do something apart for a couple of years. You know what I mean? And find other things, and we can always probably get back together.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it's a decision that personally I feel that was the right decision.
Yeah,
because Tuff Jam left at its time. We didn't wait until it kind of dragged down like certain people together.
Yeah.
So
it was a mutual decision. It
I mean, well, to be honest with you, I did come back and I did say, I just feel that, you know, some of the projects that we've still got together, I just want to kind of do something else. I want to take an 8 months break, find myself, probably work with other people, because I've always wanted to work with DJ Face, always.
Yeah,
you know,
he produced or engineered.
He engineered literally all the stuff that we did. You know, the major mixes. Yeah, you know, it's him and Brian Farm, Brian doing the keys for us. So I always wanted to work with Gavin. We were saying for years, about 3 years before that, I'd like to do something together.
Yeah.
But again, you know, I kind of decided that that's what I wanted to do.
Moved on, started solo.
Yeah, moved on, started solo. Kind of did some projects with DJ Face as well. You know,
Francis James.
Worked with Francis James. I think the main thing that it was quite funny because when me and Gavin got together, the first thing we ever did was do a remix of Film I Love, my original thing I did in 1991.
Massive.
Yeah, it was a massive track that's still being played today. And then we had a phone call. I got a phone call saying, "Oh, you got recommended by Trevor Nelson to do a remix." And I said, "Well, who's this?" And they said, "Oh, we manage a 4-girl band or group called Mystique." And I was like, "Okay, well, Trevor reckons that you can do us a good garage mix." And thank you, Trevor. And you know, I said, "Well, send me the vocals." I took them to Gavin, and then the rest is history for him. So
because your mix basically made them a career. Without your mix, they weren't going anywhere.
Well,
let's get that on record. Do you know what I mean? Your mix, the garage mix.
I could blush. Well, I spoke to Trevor Nelson while I was doing the mix, and he said to me, because Trevor used to live around the corner from me when I used to live in Muswell Hill.
Oh, such a celebrity lifestyle.
It is. And and Trevor said to me, "Oh, did I ring you?" I said, "Yeah, thanks." And he goes, "You know, the main R&B mix is it's okay, but it's not going to get them where they want to go. So
yeah, sure.
Hopefully you guys can turn it around." So me and Face, we literally, it was only the second time we really worked together as Jam and Face, and we came up with that mix. And they actually weren't going to use our mix as the main mix, but when they came in, we asked for one of the girls and they to come and do some breaths at the beginning. It's the remix, you know. Yeah. And they sent Alicia, and when she actually came in, and we said, "Well, this is the backing track we've got, and this is what we've done with your vocals," and she was like in the background on the phone, "Girls, you got to come up here. You got to come up here." So the girls came in, and that was it. And then they said, "Oh, we want to use it as the main mix," and we were like, "Well, really?" So yeah, the rest is.
And you had a little cameo in the video.
Like, "I want you to be in the video." So I've been in the video for 3 seconds. So we're literally.
Don't lie, that was in the remix clause, wasn't it? That my face was in the video.
No, Face was going, "No, I'm not going to be in the video." So it was just me, and it was just like a 3-second rewind thing. But it was great. It was, you know, it done what it done for the girls, and I'm happy for them. You know, they're really nice girls, and they're really down to earth. So
top 10, was it top 10?
Got to number.
It was around that, wasn't it?
Six or something. 6. Yeah.
Nice one, mate.
Little plaque on the wall. My little niece wants it. I'll give it to her. I'll get the girls to sign it.
So would you say that was your sort of favourite Matt Jam production or remix?
Yeah. Because you know, when you're a producer, DJ, especially a producer, you want to reach the highest level. And to me, in my career, I know the Tuff Jam thing. Tuff Jam's great and everything, but when you look back on actually being responsible for a top 10 hit, that's what you aspire to. So I have to look at that as being my biggest achievement to date.
What about Tuff Jam? What was your, out of all the discography, favourite mix or production? What do you reckon?
Favourite production would have to be TJR.
Yeah.
We've done that. We actually done that because TJR is actually Tuff Jam Republic. We've done it with Banana Republic, Face and Farm as well.
Wasn't it on Catch?
It was on Catch originally, and then Multiply signed it. I think we actually got into the top 20 with it. It's number 14 or something. I think we got. Yeah. So that's, you know, for certain reasons, that's my favourite Tuff Jam production. The remix, there's loads, but I have to say it has to be Usher because it was Usher. Yeah. You know, he's the biggest selling artist in the world. You know. So
do you say that now with sort of hindsight of him becoming the biggest artist?
No.
Because at the
time, yeah, it was his first ever. You Make Me Wanna. But the funny thing was, when LaFace rang us up to do the mix, they actually, when we sent the mix back, without it even going out on vinyl, they gave us Nice and Slow. He actually paid us for Nice and Slow as well.
Really?
And it wasn't no cheap remix. He actually paid us for the 2 mixes.
They paid for the Muswell Hill rent for a couple of years.
Well, for a while it did, I tell you. But I have to thank, you know, for us doing that mix. But for certain reasons, that was, at the time, he was the biggest thing. And even now, he's still the biggest thing. So that holds a lot for me. I know we've done Rosie Gaines. I know we've done CC Peniston, which is one of my favourite mixes as well. But there's so many, but that Usher has to be my favourite.
DJing wise, you've been on Kiss for 10 years?
No, I've been on Kiss for about 8 years now.
8 years, so it's not
Yeah.
far. But he's taken you around the world. What's your favourite place that you've ever...
My favourite place, and actually it's my favourite club as well, has to be, my favourite place visited DJing-wise has to be Singapore.
Really?
Yeah, the gadgets. I'm a gadget freak. So he's there, he goes to Japan and loves buying the stuff. But I have to say, Singapore has to be my favourite DJing place and the best club that I've DJed. I mean, I love Ibiza and places like that, and I've DJed some wicked clubs. But I have to say, Zook's in Singapore. If you ever get a chance to DJ there, because they've got this big white wall.
Do you think I would turn it down?
You would not turn it down. You'll get a phone call and they'll just say, I don't care, huts, anything, I'll take it. But they've got this big white wall that every DJ signs when they DJ there.
Oh, fantastic.
I play Clever. Who's the biggest DJ in the world?
I don't know.
In my eyes, Carl Cox, right? Carl Cox wrote his name massive. There's a little gap right underneath his name. So Matt Jam Lamont, right underneath. Because you know everyone's going to either look for Sasha or Carl Cox.
Yeah.
Did you put your website in there?
I didn't have it then. That was around about 90. I didn't put my website there. It was about 98. Me and Carl went there. So I just signed up Carl Cox and Matt Jam Lamont. So it's there. Yeah, Zook's in Singapore.
So, where do you see yourself in a year's time, Matt?
Do you know what? Hopefully, I've always wanted to have, production-wise, always wanted to have an album deal. Right? That's what I want. I want to have an album deal.
You want to be an artist yourself?
I want to be an artist myself. I want to be able to kind of work with 2 or 3 singers and do 15, 18 tracks on an album. Kind of 3 or 4 different types of genres of music. Obviously, I want some garage on there at some form or another, but also experiment on some other stuff.
So you are interested in making other music and...
Oh yeah, of course. You know, I was brought up with reg groove, hip hop. You know, I went through the drum and bass stage as a youngster, running across fields. You know, with 10,000 other people. I've been through all that. So my influences, you know, I make garage, and you know, I used to play funky house before all this came. I still play funky house today. 50-50 on my bookings are both the same.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, I've never shone away. I've never really said, yeah, I'm a UK garage, you know, that's all I play. I'm into all types, but I only play funky house and UK because that's me. You know, I don't pretend to be something else. But I want to try and experiment with other things. So in a year's time, I hope to have something like that. I would love to have that. You know, work with other people, you know, bring some fresh faces through. And also DJing wise, I kind of feel I've done whatever I can DJing wise. There's probably nothing of it. I want to play in Australia. That's what I want to play in a year's time.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve in Australia this year.
Right, Matt, we know enough about your garage experiences.
Good.
For the quick fire round.
Oh my gosh, you have to be really
It's
fast.
got to be 1-word answers.
One word.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Okay, you ready? 4/4 or 2-step?
Oh no! No! I can't, I'm divided.
You've got to make a decision.
If I had to.
Yeah.
Too long.
No! I can't answer
Too
that.
long.
Alright, 4/4.
MCs or no MCs?
No MCs.
Chop or fade?
Fade.
Marmalade or jam?
Jam.
Sandler or Stiller?
Stiller.
DJ Face or Cold Tough Enough?
DJ Face.
Ooh. Nice one.
That will create a couple of...
Oh.
Was that it?
We'll leave it there.